Good morning and welcome to TMI Socials. I am Chukufumna Digwe, and here's what's making waves across social media. Today, 14 August, President Bola Tinubu is set to depart Abuja for a multi-nation diplomatic trip that will take him to Japan, Brazil, and briefly Dubai in the UAE. His first stop will be Yokohama, Japan, for the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development from August 20 to 22, where discussions will focus on Africa's economic transformation, institutional reforms, and attracting private investment. He will also meet Japanese business leaders before heading to Brazil from August 24 to 25 for a state visit at the invitation of President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, aimed at deepening bilateral ties through business forums and key agreements. Now, as you know, whenever the president does choose to take a trip like this, the social media is stirred up with reactions. Now, let's get to see what the social media space is saying about this. This comment from Victor Azubike says, "You failed to include the expected date of arrival back to Nigeria, because after all the official duties, will he disappear from the radar to an undisclosed foreign hospital?" Well, that poses a question. Now let's get to see the next social media reaction as regards this. Well, this comment says, "Do have a pleasant and great trip, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This trip will guarantee massive investments into our great country. Without any shadow of doubt, you are great, Mr. President." Well, that's a kudos to the president. This next comment says, "Same picture they used in saying he was talking to Sweden and Brazil is the same picture they are using to say he is also traveling to Japan and wherever on a two-nation visit. Honestly, our president is working hard without changing clothes to attract FDI. Please do better, Jerry." Well, let's see another comment. "May Almighty Allah bless his journey and bring him back with greater achievements, opportunities, and efficient strategies to foster the development of our great country." Let's take another comment on this one. The last comment on the president's trip is saying, "This will be the president's second trip to Brazil, yet Nigerians have seen no benefits from the first. These trips is a waste of taxpayers' money, with the president enjoying himself while still complaining and borrowing billions, and Nigerians still seeing no results." Well, that is the story. Those are the comments. And now moving on to the next one. In the latest twist to the Ibom Air saga, Senior Special Assistant on Media to the Delta State Governor, Ossai Ovie Success, has extended a lavish olive branch to Miss Comfort Emmanson, the passenger at the center of the viral incident. In an announcement on Instagram, Ossai revealed that Comfort will enjoy an all-expenses-paid trip to Delta State, the Big Heart, and a rising global tourism hub, complete with 5-star hotel accommodation, flights, tours, and notably a secure job paying 500,000 naira monthly. Now, as you know, social media is now buzzing, with many debating whether this is goodwill, strategic publicity, or a case of rewarding bad behavior. Now let's get to see what the social media space is saying as regard this olive branch this man has now extended. It says, "In Nigeria, just be a tourist or an offender. Crime is a sure way to prosperity. This is a pandemic and it's eating deep into every Nigerian. We reward bad behavior and we elevate anything deviant." Let's see the next comment. This one says, "I said this morning, this incident will make her a star and compensation will start trooping in. The air hostess has just made her a star by being who the universe chose to use to bless her. Your shame might just be your ticket to fame." Let's take the last comment on this one. It says, "It's a good gesture, but what about people who really need the job? I am so sure there are people who have asked you but about chances to work there and are actually qualified. Well, those are the comments as regards that one. Now for our next and final viral story making waves across the social media space. A disturbing clip from Nsukka Road, Enugu State, is going viral, showing Nigerian soldiers ordering a driver to wade through a puddle of muddy water after his vehicle reportedly splashed them by accident. Now, eyewitnesses say the incident unfolded publicly, prompting outrage over perceived abuse of power. Human rights groups are already demanding investigations, urging the military to address the incident promptly. Now, this show of power is prompting the social media space to be in sort of an upheaval. And let's see what people are saying as regards this one. Well, for the first social media comment, which we'll be taking on this one. It says the soldiers' action are a clear abuse of power and unacceptable. However, some citizens' behavior might justify certain consequences, especially if they're not complying or being patient. Let's take the next comment. Well, the next comment says, to the Nigerian army, I have one question. Between the guy who splashed you water and the officials in power who looted the money that is meant to fix the drainage to avoid such incidents, who deserves this punishment? To get it right in this country, a lot of people go collect. Let's see the last comment. Well, the last comment says Nigerians need to ask themselves at some point why successive commanders-in-chief have been tacitly or otherwise okay with their soldiers acting this way with civilians. In a sane country, interactions between soldiers and civilians should be near zero. Well, a lot of people have really been talking about, the soldiers weighing into, civilian conversations and just having sort of things like this happen. Just to give you more context into this situation, you get to see a video. Let's see. As you can see, basically the man is being made to make his way through the puddle of dirty water, stagnant water, of course. So you see that's why all of these comments had to come in from the social media space. Well, that's about it for TMI Socials today. And from the whole TMI crew, I say thank you very much for being a part of the program today, where we did get to connect the dots from our Lagos Network Center, Abuja Network Center, and right here in Benin on everything that matters right here in Nigeria and also globally. We hope that we have done a good job to keep you informed. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Do have yourself a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.